Hi there, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Today we are going to make a beautiful chipboard project. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here. And welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thanks everyone for being here. It's because of you that we get to spend this time together playing with paper. So today we are going to make a truly exquisite chipboard box. It is one of those nice angled boxes. It is 4 by 4 by 4, and I'll give you a closer look at this in just a minute. But y'all know what time it is? It's time to make it. So here is a closer look at today's super awesome project. When finished, like I said, it measures 4 by 4 by 4, and it has that nice angled profile to it. And when we open it, we have a nice little box on the inside. You can use this box for so many things. And the one we're making today is perfect for giving tea because we're going to be using some tea-themed paper. So here's what we're going to need to make it. So this is going to be a chipboard project, and I am using a medium weight chipboard. That's what I use on the channel. And if you're interested in the chipboard, please check my description box for the Amazon storefront link, and then click on that link and you'll see a variety of items that I use when I'm making my videos. But the medium weight chipboard sizes are 2 pieces that measure 2 by 4 and 5 pieces that measure 4 by 4. That's it for the chipboard. Then I'm using 3 pieces of text weight scrapbook paper. So this really is that lightweight paper that I could cut down and run through my printer. It is about the same weight as a piece of copier paper. And I have 3 pieces that are 12 by 12. And then I have 1 piece of 12 by 12 that I'll be using for the top part of the box, the more decorated part of the box. And this piece is double-sided. You can use a lightweight or a medium weight on this part of the project as well. I was going to use this side, and then I thought, well, I'd like to make a tea box, and I think that this really does scream, turn me into a tea box. So that's what we're going to do. So to get started, we need 1 piece of the 2 by 4 chipboard and 2 pieces of the 4 by 4. We're going to be doing the fold over method. So for those of you who have not seen the fold over method, we're basically going to place down our chipboard pieces like this. Then we'll fold this over, and that will give us the inside liner. So the first thing that I'll be doing is removing all the tape backers from my chipboard pieces. So we're going to take that first piece and we'll place it right there. Then we'll take that second piece of 4 by 4 and we're going to place it right there with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And then we'll take that piece that measures 2 by 4 and we'll place it right there. Then I'll flip this over to make sure that we have everything nice and stuck. Then I'm going to take this and stand it up and just train my paper to fold over. So now that I have my folds here and here and here, I'm going to just go ahead and just cut at an angle. We're basically going to create some mitered edges so that we can do a fold over. And we'll do that here. And then we'll cut in there. And then we cut in here. So now to get this out of my way, I'm going to take my glue and just place some glue. You can use your tape here as well, but I'm going to get that stuck with my glue. Same thing here. Get that nice and stuck. And then we'll take this piece, I'll add my glue, and we're going to fold it over. and get that stuck. So now the piece looks like this. I'm going to take my finger blade and I'm just going to cut across, going in at a very slight angle. Same thing here. I'll take my finger blade and cut across at a very slight angle. And now I'll stand this up. I'm going to fold it over like that, take this piece, fold it over, and crease. Now the reason why I did that is because I'm going to take my finger blade and I'm going to cut inside of that crease about 1/8 of an inch so that I can remove that excess that I don't need. So now when I fold this over, you can see that it hits exactly where it should. So I'm going to bring in my tape and we're going to cover this in tape. And then I'll take my tape and also go around the 3 sides of this fold over piece. So now I'll make sure everything is nice and stuck. We're going to peel away all of the tape backers. And now I'll take this piece and I am just going to grab it from the middle and pull it over. When I grab it from the middle, I have more control. So now we can get this stuck. And I'll go in and let's get those spines nicely defined. And so there is the outer body of what we need. So now I'm going to bring in 2 more pieces of my 4x4 chipboard. And I'm also going to need my ruler because we're going to need to make a mark or a couple of marks. So I'm going to mark up 2 inches this way and then 2 inches this way. And then I'm going to take my ruler, position the ruler on my marks, hold everything in place, and just cut. And now that I have my mark there, I can just go ahead and remove the ruler and cut. And so now I can take this one and just stack it against that one. And I'm just going to cut out my angle shape. So now I'm going to bring in one of my 12 by 12 pieces of paper. Remove the tape backer. I'll take this piece and I'll put it down so that it's all the way at the bottom, like that. And then all I'm going to do is wherever I have a point, I'm just going to make a little notch. And I'll notch this way. Then I'll do it here. That gives me that. And I can notch here, and now I'm just going to cut this out. Reduce that just a little bit. And so hopefully you can see what I did. I made myself some tabs so that I can fold over. So I'm going to take my glue, fold this over, get that stuck, fold this over, and then we'll fold this over. So now I can take this and I'm just going to put it down like that. That's how I'm going to cover the inside. So I'm going to do this part with my glue because it's not a large piece. So now I can stand this up, fold it over, flip it over, and let's get that glue nice and stuck. Then I can trim out my piece. And yes, you are going to end up with some scrap on this particular project, but that's going to be okay. So there is one piece, and so now we're going to take our pieces and we're going to put them in like this. I will go in about 1/8 of an inch on both sides, and that's how we're going to place it down. So I'm going to bring my glue back in. We are going to take our glue, place our glue on 3 sides. So we don't place glue on the top piece here. We're going to place our glue on 3 sides. So now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it down, going in about 1/8 of an inch. I'll press down and I'll bring that up. So I'm going to press down and hold that for just a moment, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So you can see how I put that on. I put it in, I brought the back up, we squeeze in, and we press down. And I'm using my Reptile adhesive, which is a very strong adhesive, as most of you know. So now I'm going to add my glue to this piece, and we'll do the same thing. So I'm just going to put some glue along the bottom. I'll put some glue in the front and some glue on the back piece. Then I can take this piece, slide that in, get my hands all gooey with glue, but that's okay. And then I can look at it and get it straight. And now we just need to let this dry. All right, y'all, and so while it's drying, I'm going to take this top piece and put it right there to make sure that it fits. But then I'm going to take this piece to see how much of an overhang that I have. I started with the 4x4. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off about 3/4 of an inch, because I don't want the overhang to be as severe as it is. So I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to start out by cutting this down to 3.5, and we'll test it again. So all I'm doing is, this is the top of our box, and this is the flap that comes to the front. And I can still see that the overhang is just a little bit longer than I want. You see that? That's way longer than I want. So I am going to take off about, let's see, I'm going to trim this down to 3 1/8. So that's all you need to do with yours. Just do that test and trim away any excess overhang. So let's try it now. And I think that that is a pretty good fit. So now I'm going to bring in this piece, my decorative paper, and I'm also just going to take a scrap piece and put it right there, because we will have part of this exposed, and I want to make sure that it's covered. So it'll make sense to you in a minute what I mean. So I'm just bringing in some scrap. I put it along the top part of the 2x4, and now I'm just going to place some glue on the back side and fold over. So we're going to be doing the fold over method on this as well, but I want to make sure that I am going to capture the teapot. So I'm going to put this piece here, and remember, this piece started out as 4x4, but I trimmed it down by doing that test fit here. And so now we'll take this piece and we're going to put it down with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing, like that. And this paper is a little bit thicker, so I'm going to take my stylus and just go around to make sure that I don't get any cracking of this beautiful, beautiful paper. And now I'm going to use my finger blade, go in there and notch that out, notch out here, and we're going to notch here. Then right here we're going to do that cut across like we did on the other, and I'll cut across right there. I think I cut a little bit too deep, but y'all know what? I'm going with it. Just don't cut as deep as I did. And everything will start to make sense in just a minute. So now that we have it like this, I am just going to take my glue and we're going to fold over our flaps like we did on the other piece. No, it might actually be okay. It might not be too bad. So now I'm going to take this piece, we're going to fold over and fold over like that to get that crease. Then I'll go inside of the crease 1/8 of an inch and remove that. Now I can take my glue pull this over and get it stuck. So we do have that showing at the top, but that's not too bad. But the reason why I added that is because this will be left like this, and I didn't want that raw edge showing. So now I'm just going to trim away some of this, and then I'm just going to angle in a little bit. And now I'm just going to work my spine. And now we should be able to take this piece and put it on the top, and y'all, that is going to be gorgeous. So to put it on the top, all we need to do is add some glue, put it on like that. Then I'm just going to take the front and match it, and then I can fold over. And I'll use my big old spatula to make sure that I have a really good stick on this. And y'all, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? This is one of those boxes where I'm not going to do too much to the front because I like that teapot on there. So I do have this little handle that I want to put on. You can decorate yours as much as you want. This is one of those times where I thought I was going to do more decorating until I saw the teapot, and I want the teapot just as it is. So I am just going to take this. I used my reptile adhesive, which will hold it. We're going to get that nice and stuck. And so there we have it, y'all. We have this really cute 4x4x4 box. And of course it tapers in just a little bit, but you saw how easy it was to make. Then when you open it, you can see that this is showing, but you don't have that raw edge showing anymore. And y'all, the more I looked at this, the more I realized I don't really like it like that. So I have this little piece that says "for you." I am going to just add some glue to the back, and I'm going to cover that. So that's how easy it is to fix something that we really don't like. I thought that I would be okay with it, but then the more I looked at it, the more I realized I wasn't. So by putting this here, I'm definitely okay with it now. I'm also going to add just a little bit more glue. All right, y'all, so now that I've added that, I am definitely a whole lot better about how this is looking on the inside. I thought that having that showing wasn't going to bother me, but it turns out that it did, so it was a very easy fix. Just add a decorative piece to it. And I am going to open this. My glue is still drying on the back, so I'm not going to let this fall back too far. I brought this one back in so that you can see just how gorgeous these are. So I'm going to pick these up so that you can see just how gorgeous they are. I did a whole lot more decorating on this one, but on this one, I'm letting this teacup paper be enough. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this super cute way to make these little 4x4x4 boxes. They are really adorable, and I know that you're going to have a great time making them. So as always, my friends, thank you so much for being here. Please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.